Hey guys, so in this video I'll be talking about Crystal Passive A6. What is the effect of A6? A6, when your HP is below 70%, your HP damage limit increased by 20%, but at the cost of HP poison. So the video just now have indicate that Aranea was initially at full HP, but now it have decreased by 40%. And yeah, the benefit is that decreased by 40%. For sure, you will trigger the condition that is below 70% for 20% HP damage limit. But yeah, it is really bad in the sense that you have to be careful. So if you are very familiar on how Dark Knight still works, it is the same thing here. So do note that during HP threshold attack and everything, it can be quite risky. One disadvantage of it, one major disadvantage of it is that the HP poison actually counts towards the HP requirement. So if Aranea is inflicted with HP poison and her HP is at 1 at the end of the fight, then you will not be able to complete the fight because you did not meet the HP damage requirement, right? So make sure you heal back. So in this video at the end, if you fast forward all the way to the end, you will notice that I actually failed the HP requirement because I wasn't really aware that it does affect it until the very end when I checked the HP damage requirement, and I was like, what? Okay, doesn't matter. We will still continue the fight. I still post out this because there are a few things that I want to demonstrate. So 20% HP damage limit. Yes, it's not to say that it's something big. All the BT effect right now increased by 30%. Most of the time, average, we are getting like 200. 200 HP damage limit from all the effects that's going on. So 20% is basically not that huge, right? So why are we risking our HP and then failing HP damage requirement just for that 20%? So it comes to this point that it really depends on how you want to set it up, if you really need the additional damage. So if you have the healing, right? If let's say Aranea is the last turn belongs to Aranea and she's the one now with Crystal Passive A6, like you can put a healing call on her, heal her back up and end the fight, no problem. So if you plan towards that, then it would be, additional 20%. It's not that much if you consider what I have mentioned, but it is still something. So it is okay. But here I emphasize, or basically I abuse Enna BT effect to round up my damage by another 100,000. So that is effectively saying that Enna's BT effect to round up provides Aranea an additional of 100% HP damage limit up. And that is really, really huge. And at this point, if you bring all your characters, add up all the HP damage limit, you will not actually be able to hit over 300 HP, 300% HP damage limit. And now with Deuce that has 70%, probably the highest so far in terms of increasing HP limit, and with the Crystal Passive, then bypassing 300% HP damage limit is now possible, and with the roundup we get basically all the way up to 400% HP damage limit. So let me do some calculation here. We have Enna 30% from her BT effect. Her FR is 50%, so that's 80%. We have Deuce providing 70% HP damage limit. And then we have Aranea herself, 30% from her BT effect, 40% from ultimate weapon, and 35% from armor. So when you total that up together, you get about 255%. That is not enough to, to abuse Enna effect. So what I did here was I used Ifrit, Hellfire, which increases further another 20%, and during summon we get a natural increase of 10%, so now we are at 285%. So with the crystal passive of 20%, I was able to achieve 305%. So by the end of the day, Aranea was able to deal 500,000 damage per HP dump without HP damage bonus. So if we include 999% HP damage bonus, Aranea now does 5 million per HP dump. And to me, that is really huge. And if you can stack it up this way using other characters that probably has higher HP damage limit, or you can utilize A3 to get that additional 10% HP damage limit, enter a character's BT phase, and then they will be hitting 5 million HP per HP dump. And that would basically result in very high damage overall. So you can continue to watch on with this video. I have done with the explanation on why I think that basic is pretty interesting. But do keep in mind that crystal passive is still something pretty new in JP. The reason is because we receive very little points a week, about 700 points. And if you want to unlock a crystal passive, it takes about 1,000 points. So you only can unlock one. No, you can't even unlock one per week, right? So you need about 2 weeks to unlock one. And for a specific color, there's 18 crystal passive. So it does take pretty long to unlock all of them. The reason why now in JP everyone is rushing to unlock one specific color for crystal passive, because once you master a specific color, any color, you will gain a crystal ability. So crystal ability can be used anytime in the fight, and basically it has an additional effect. The first room that you master, you will be able to get a crystal ability that deals damage up to 3 million without HP damage bonus. And the second one is a defensive ability, so we have yet to see how does that actually works. The third one is speed, and this actually gives like you can select a character and then they would jump forward and get instant turn or consecutive turn. I'm not too sure, but basically that really sounds interesting to me, so I'm interested on the third ability. And the rest kind of seems unnecessary. So I'm not sure. At this point in time, I do have a feeling that in my GL approach, I probably will not straight jump into one color and max them out. So I will probably invest equally between 3 crystal, so that by the time I master all 3 rooms, then I will have access to the speed crystal ability, which is the one that I really wanted. Right? So the advantage of having like mastering 3 crystal color at the same time is that it is better for team composition. Some of the crystal passive actually works very well with certain characters, so that actually enhances the way you play the character, how they actually works. So the more crystal passive you unlock for different crystal color, then the more flexibility and the more to me it's definitely more fun. So I will be going for that approach right now when it comes to GL. And just to mention a disadvantage, like if you go all blue, like what I did here in JP, and for each crystal room there is 18 passive, but you only can equip 3 passive at most. So if you unlock 18 but you only use 3, so the other 80% is kind of useless. So I find that a bit odd. Like I did not like that concept very well at all. Like why are we forced to unlock like 18 passive over a time duration of probably several months? Like I said, you only get 700 a week, but you need 1,000 to unlock them. So how long do you actually need to complete the entire to master the entire crystal passive? So you know, you only have 3, then you equip 3, then the rest is just sitting on a bench. it's kind of like defeating the purpose of making, you know, the moment when I saw the crystal passive, to me it was something that is really fun, something that we can experiment with. Like what happened if Enna has the crystal passive that increases EX, the possibility to instantly charge the EX, where she already has that in her kit. So will that make it like almost guaranteed that she will charge the EX, you know, this kind of interaction. But basically most of us right now, depending on what color we invest in, that we are limited to only be able to try and experiment with the crystal passive for that specific color that we have selected. For my case, I selected blue. In GL, I have decided that I'll probably select green, but if I'm going for the 3 crystal color approach, then it probably would be green, maybe white, right? Because I do see Enna has kind of something going on, and it'll be fun if she can play around with more passive. Anyway, so here Aranea just used her S1, and now with the follow-up, so you can see that each time is 4.995 million, and she easily hit 100 million damage just from her S1, right, with everything up, Deuce BT, Enna's BT. So to me that was actually pretty insane. But anyway, here you can look at the HP requirement is 8,000, but Aranea HP is at 1, so that's 26,000. So I kind of like need to heal myself back. So I'm just dragging some time here, trying to pass the turn to Deuce, so Deuce can heal her back up. But the problem is that Deuce has follow-up attack, so I wasn't managed to 100% heal Aranea up and the enemy state. So technically I actually failed the run, but yeah. So hope you find this video interesting about me talking about A6 and how we can actually use it to our advantage depending on character's kit. I might explore more of this interaction with other crystal passive and other character. So if you like this kind of content, do stay tuned on what I have to, you know, post up. So anyway, for those who are playing GL, if you are pulling mock tomorrow, good luck and have a good day. Bye bye.
皆さんが無事でよかった。